What's up, people? How you guys doing today? A little short-handed tonight. I guess Adam is sick, so he couldn't make it. Have not heard from Anzo. He might still pop in at some point. He has the link, so he's welcome in whenever he chooses. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
we're on to Brittany.
Brittany messaged me earlier this month and said she is swamped with school that she's probably not going
Sure.
to make it for this whole month.
I got you.
So she said she really has to concentrate on that. She's been popping in the chat here and there, still looking
Yeah, I
around.
seen in the chat stuff.
I still send her the link just in case. Like when I email you, I tag her in it too.
Yeah, that
So
schoolwork can be a beast, bro.
yeah, I mean, I can understand her career and her future is way more important than some podcast on a Sunday night. Yeah, but she's got the link. She's welcome anytime. So is
yeah.
Anzo. So yeah.
Man, I was watching that game. Oh my god.
That's why I was late too. I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump on 5 minutes till. What's up, Brooklyn? How's it going? Nice car too, by the way, girly.
What's up,
Nice
Brooklyn?
car. But no iced coffee for me. So I've been cutting back on coffee, guys. I think I only had coffee like twice this week. So I got
Let me tell
water.
you what. Burger King makes this
The Hershey's one.
it's like a cold mocha.
Yeah, the Hershey's mocha. Yeah,
They have like the vanilla. I don't like the vanilla, but the chocolate. Oh my god! I get them in the morning time, and it keeps you well alert till lunch. Then stuff like a hog, and then I'll be sleepy as shit in the afternoons. But
I've been trying to cut back on coffee, mostly because I've been feeling like this pattern of I know twice a week source. I know, or am I mad? No, I'm trying to explain the reason. I've been finding that I'm tired a lot, and the more coffee I drink, the more I'm tired. I think it's having me crash. You know, it keeps you hyper for a little bit, but then you kind of crash. Sort of like with energy drinks. So I find if I go without coffee for a while, I actually feel more alert. The first few days without coffee, I had all kinds of headaches. You know, because
yeah, it's just like if you drink a lot of soda.
Yeah.
If you drink a lot of sodas and get that caffeine, there's a time when I was like 10 sodas a day.
Yeah.
So Danny is killing your liver. Killing your kidneys. So
I felt I was more agitated by the coffee I drank because of so much coffee. You get like high
I
strong.
remember one time when I took a no dose and drank some Mountain Dew, and I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I will never ever do that again.
No dose is lethal, man.
Yes.
Fuck.
Well,
I
it's
took
a
that
nice.
when driving from upstate. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a nice looking car, Brooklyn. Sorry, guys, car. It was a nice looking car, girl. You should be proud.
What kind of car you got, Brooklyn? Mercedes? I ain't mad at you, buddy.
It looks nice. It looks nice.
Yeah,
it looks nice. We got 42 people watching, only 14 likes, man. Come on, guys. What's up, Danny?
So I came in the bank. It's about I'm pre-approved for loans and stuff, and the car loan was like 4%. I'm looking at like a slingshot. But I don't want to pay that 8%. So I'm like, I have to hold off till a little bit longer.
What's wrong with the truck you got?
No, I want a slingshot. That's like the motorcycle with 3 wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
How could you never have coffee, Brooklyn? You live in California. Don't they have like some of the best coffee shops over there? Like, you really need to give it a shot. You need to give it a shot.
I want to go where Eli lives. He lives in San Francisco. I'm a foodie. I heard that's like one of the best places to eat in the country.
San Francisco?
Yep.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Chinese and where the people are. Look, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't got a whole lot of shit to talk about tonight.
Here's a picture of a slingshot. If you don't,
I know what they look like. It looks like that. That has the 2 wheels in the front. Yeah,
that's what I
want. Okay, to each their own, man.
One day I will have one.
You guys have the weather for it. People that
now they make the 4-seater. Man, in summertime, y'all said.
People
like summer, wintertime, I wouldn't drive one here.
I see like 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers every single day. People drive them shits everywhere down here.
I know they're big in Florida, but now they got a 4-seat one now where you. In this, I was like, damn, I don't know how that would look 4-seat. But I saw one. I worked Myrtle Beach last year, and I was like,
Did you say Myrtle Beach or Murder Beach?
Myrtle.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, I don't even want to know why it's called.
That's like way back on the other side of town. Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, man, is like one of the biggest tourist beaches in the country.
Yeah,
Can't
March
believe it.
break, man. Everybody from up here
Oh,
heads
yeah,
down
but
to
I've
Myrtle
heard
Beach.
Steph Curry even vacation. Like I don't know why of all the beaches in the world because if I want to go to the beaches like in Florida and Destin where the water is like crystal clear and that kind of stuff. But hey, to each his own.
Mhm.
So yeah, I
I'm
ain't
really,
got.
I'm
I ain't
really
got a whole lot to say.
surprised Wakanda made that much. I didn't think it's gonna make that much.
No, but you were
I'm
right about
shocked.
the whole Thanksgiving thing, man. That's where it
Yeah.
made some picked up
I
some
think-
steam on the
Yes.
Friday and the Saturday.
It might make 800 million. It might.
Oh, I think it might make 800 million.
I don't think it'll make a billion, but
No, I don't think they'll make a billion, but it's at 675. You figure it's going to cross 700 million throughout this week.
yeah, I'm thinking
Next
around Christmas,
weekend,
man.
yeah,
What's going to hurt is Avatar.
Avatar. But
Yeah.
but by next Sunday, it should be at 750
Yeah.
because it's going to make at least 25 million throughout the week.
Well,
Then
right now
next
it's profitable.
Yeah.
Because it was 195. So 3 times that, that made 3 times his money.
Oh, it's profitable. Yeah.
Wait, was there any doubt it wasn't going to be profitable?
Yeah,
There
you know,
was from
those Tate channels.
man when I did my report, man, it was only at 3 something. When I did my last video.
You mean you lost faith of your theory about Thanksgiving?
Hey, I was scared,
Ah.
man. Because just like I did, man, just like Palpatine say, the force in you is strong. A strong Sith you will become. You damn haters, man. Them fuckers. Ooh.
We got a super chat right here.
Wow.
Eli Thompson threw in a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. What are your thoughts on the Doctor Doom and credit scene getting removed from Wakanda Forever? I didn't hear a rumor that happened. I don't know anything about it. This is news to me. I didn't hear anything about that.
I heard about it.
They even showed it like a clip of it. I don't know whether it was a doctor or a fan. I'm leery of that, man, because of that last when we saw that last year when that Spider-Man came out. I thought that was one hook, line, and sinker.
Well,
man.
you know,
I fool about it, so I don't trust nothing now.
I could possibly believe it for one reason. There was only one end credit scene. Normally, Marvel movies have a mid-credit scene and then an end credit scene. This movie only had one. Yeah. Maybe they just felt like it wasn't right time to reveal it or something. So, I could believe it. I mean, I don't know what the footage is. I haven't seen it, but and no place that I follow has reported it. But I could believe it happening.
The end scene credit made the recap T'Challa haters when they went double down. I don't want a fake. I don't want a son. I want the original. I'm like, damn. Okay. Go to Florida. I mean,
it doesn't make no sense though. The original is dead. So even if they recast the original T'Challa, he's still not the original T'Challa.
No, I think it was mostly that they preferred having the original T'Challa recasted than having the way they went. And I get it, man. When people are passionate about the shit they like, they're gonna go out. Yeah. Some of them are gonna go ape shit. Some of them are not gonna go ape shit. Some of them make great points.
And I'm not belittling anybody on how they think, but we all know in this world, especially as adults, that sometimes you can't get what you want, even though you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Would I prefer that T'Challa be alive? And well, hell yeah. But the alternative, the compromise, to me makes sense. But I mean, that's just me. So
my question is this.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you think the story would have been a lot better if they had T'Challa? And I'm not saying Boseman. Forget about Boseman. Just T'Challa, the character. Do you think
they had T'Challa? I think it would have been better. I think his fight scene would have been more exciting than Shuri's in his fight scene.
I think it would have been a completely different movie.
Yeah. And I will say this too. If they was to make Shuri the Black Panther and we never saw it in any comic book any kind of comic book material, I'd be like, okay, this is agenda based. But we saw this. We saw this in the comic book. The same thing. The same argument they fall back on, especially like Rotten Tomatoes. If the argument whether you like something movie or don't, and you use Rotten Tomatoes as a arguing point, the same thing can be said for that. If there was no Shuri in Black Panther, we never seen a female Black Panther, I'd be like, okay, I'm with y'all. But it's in there. It is in there.
Well, it was part of the plan from the very beginning, apparently.
I don't know about all that now.
Apparently it was.
My thoughts on this.
Go ahead.
My thoughts on this is, if they would have recast T'Challa, you would have a group of people complaining. If they didn't, which they didn't, you have a group. You're gonna have a group of people complain, which no matter what
sure.
you do.
For sure.
So I mean, it made 675 million so far. So obviously, the group of people that are complaining is a very, very loud, but yet again, like the Snyderverse people, small majority of people, or I should say, small minority of people.
Yeah, with loud voices.
Yeah, with loud voices. They're the internet, soldiers that get on here and they type and capital.
If we make 800 million, I'm gonna be like, yes.
It's gonna make 800 million. I bet you $800 it'll make 800 million. Because you look at it right now, it's $25 away from crossing 700 million. And again, it's gonna make at least 25 million just this week, Monday through Friday, just through the weekday. It's gonna make 25 million. Then next weekend is gonna make like what 35 to 40 million. It'll be at 700 and probably 740, 750 by next week. Yeah. It's going to do good up until Avatar comes out. And I think it's still going to make money when Avatar comes out.
It'll be the second place or third place.
I mean, let's just be happy it's not Black Adam, Mr. Black I can't cross 400 million Adam.
Come on.
Black Panther killed it. Killed it in the water.
It was bad timing. I think
it should have came out
2 months earlier.
Yeah.
They did that 2 months earlier. I mean, really, that week before they throw a lot of cash on the commercials and stuff. I think it would have done better.
It was either August or September. I can't remember which month, but there was no new movies coming out. They were playing like old movies, Valhalla Erickson comes in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much for your support. Hope Wakanda beats Love and Blunder at the box office. What is Thor: Love and Thunder? It's probably going to.
Yeah, it should.
Thor made no 700 million, I don't think.
Yeah, it's going to.
I could be wrong.
It didn't hit 800, so it's.
And Eli Thompson sent in another super chat, but let me just check this box office. Thor made 760. Black Panther should be around there by next week. And again, we're going into what? It's second to third week right now, and
third week, I believe.
So I mean, it's doing pretty good. I mean, it's doing really good. Just because it doesn't make $1 billion doesn't mean it's not doing good. But these people on the internet just don't understand.
And then by the time they get in, it gets on Disney Plus. We don't know those numbers either. That might bump up even to the 900 range. I mean, I don't know.
Eli Thompson.
I can tell you one thing: if it wasn't China being so China-ish, it would definitely. I think it would make $1 billion.
Oh yeah, China's heard a lot of movies this year.
Yeah.
I mean, all the DC fanboys were like, "Oh, wait till Black Adam hits China," and China's like, "That shit ain't coming out over here," and then they quickly changed their shit.
I didn't let it come
I don't think there's going to be any movie from Hollywood going to China
anytime soon. I agree with you on that one. China's just kind of getting tired of the Hollywood, the Hollywood checklist of shit, and they're like, they're not down with that. Eli Thompson threw a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy, dude. What about Sony and Amazon making Spider-Man spinoffs? I had my homeboy Fonzie. He's the one that sends me all my topics for my weekly videos. He sent it to me. I looked at it and I went like this. I'm not even gonna lie. I looked at it. Oh, a Silk spinoff on Amazon. I don't care. I don't care about none of these. I still never finished Morbius. I'm not going to see Craven. I'm not going to see Madam Web. Silk is one of my favorite characters in the Spider-Man universe. I have zero interest on who's playing Silk.
I'm curious with Madam Web. I want to see how they do.
I don't want to see 50 Shades of Madam Web.
I want to see
that. You're not going to catch it at all.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Maybe like a year from now if it's on a streaming service. Like that's what I did with Morbius. When Morbius finally hit Netflix, I put it on and I only watched like 15 minutes of it. I'm like, I can't, man. I can't. Click. Shut it off.
Yeah, Morbius was hard to watch.
They killed me after Venom 2, man.
I'm a big time vampire nut. Like today I watch Dracula Untold, man. That movie still is awesome to me.
I like Dracula Untold a lot. But
I dropped the ball on that.
Yeah. I just don't like what Sony is doing with these characters because they're taking the core essence of what makes these characters the characters and they're changing it. And they're like, hey, let's make Craven, a friendly guy who loves to support animals. You mean Craven, the guy who's supposed to be the best hunter, is like a animal activist?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's
so fucking good.
And they got another thing coming out too. What the hell is it? I just had the Bad Bunny movie.
Yeah, El Muerto.
Yeah, for a character that only showed up one time in the comics.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was talking about. I was going through my comic books the other day on stream, and there was one that I came across with the Amazing Spider-Man was the tarantula, right?
Yeah.
They could have done it on the tarantula, somebody that was well known from back in the day, but El Muerto, really?
I think they're trying to get that different demographic.
They're trying to get the Latino demographics. What they're trying to do.
The tarantula is Hispanic.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's what they doing that for. Like, cause they definitely do it in their animation, like Moana, Mulan. What's the one I can't think of? The black guy. He's like the guitarist, whatever.
Well,
they do. I can't sure what it was, but they do the character, the animation. They do all different kind of ethnicities. I'm thinking saying right.
Yeah, but for the most part, Pixar and stuff, those are all original properties.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're spinning a whole gambit of.
Yeah. But they're making the stuff up. Sony is picking obscure characters that no one ever heard of. Get someone who's not even an actor and say, hey, Latinos, y'all go see a bunch of fucking Bad Bunny in concerts. Now go pay $6 to go see them in this movie.
I think they're doing that because they can't get claim to the good ones. Like
they own everything.
Well,
they own Miles Morales.
Yeah, they own everything in Spider-Man.
Just to let you know, man, Latinos did not accept Neymar for nothing, and now they want to do a solo movie, but Universal doesn't want to cough it up because they have rights for that.
Yep.
Well, I still think Namor should have been Asian.
I read that article.
And I loved the actor who played Namor. I thought he did a fantastic job. Yeah, I still would have much preferred like a Brandon Lee or someone play Namor. But
Brandon Lee.
But you're going back.
Huh?
In the comic books, he look like a white man to me. He don't look Asian.
Well,
he doesn't. He's not a white guy.
Yeah, he's got
comic books.
Oh, you mean the comic books?
I say in the comic books. He like
he's a pasty white guy. He came out in the 30s.
Yeah, but I'm saying I did not think I was gonna like Namor at all. I was like, but man, to me, he was one of the better things in the movie.
Yeah.
So but I was pleasantly surprised with that. I was like, I done body
not Brandon Lee, not Brandon. That's not who I meant. I meant the guy from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. What's his name?
Oh, Han?
Han?
No, not Han. The one that was the bad guy.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
He was in the Mortal Kombat Legacy.
He was in another show too.
I could see him, but he kind of short though. He need to be a little taller. He need to look like that guy, but be tall as Han. That would have been perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want the guy who plays Snake Eyes, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, not him.
Well, the guy that played what you call it would have been
Brian T. Sorry.
Storm Shadow, yes.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, the guy who played Storm Shadow for sure.
Yeah.
But Sony has the rights to every Spider-Man character. They have the rights to do all that. They don't have the rights to do the cartoons, like the Disney cartoons and stuff.
If they want to do a live action character, I think they can do a great Black Cat.
Yeah. There was rumors about one for the longest time.
She's sexy.
She's still
the way they draw her and Mary Jane, like you just got lucky tiger. You hit the jackpot when she being like the little panties thing.
Like, I got Black Cat pictures all around my computer area. I still love it.
And there's Sable as well.
Yeah,
Sable.
Sable be good. I think it was a Black Cat and Sable run one time, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, they were supposed to do a movie together. There was they were writing a script and everything, and then it just fell apart.
Yeah, but no,
I just don't understand.
Morbius, and we're getting Peta Craven the Hunter.
Yeah,
getting,
what the hell is hunting?
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. That's for
DC.
Well, is that coming out, or are they scrapping it?
That's coming out. It's going straight to theaters.
That's for the Hispanic crowd.
Yep. Let's see how well it's going to do. Well, that kid has a lot of fame right now because of
Cobra Kai.
Of Cobra Kai, so
yeah.
He has that that fandom's gonna.
I never was a big fan of Blue Beetle, but I didn't hate it.
But I tell you what, though, man, if that first trailer comes out and it has that cheesy, jokey Shazam tone to it, I'm not going to see that shit. I hate that. I seen the trailer for Shazam 2 during Black Panther. I'm like, man, the more I see this movie, the more I do not want to see this shit.
The only thing that made me want to see this is the bad guys, because they're really good bad guys. But I've always told you I don't like Zachary Levi as Shazam. They need somebody more serious.
I agree with you.
Even his facial expressions when he does stuff looks like too fucking goofy.
Jokey.
Yeah. He's supposed to have like a kid innocence to him, but he's not supposed to be a fucking comedian.
Oh, idiot.
Yeah.
It's like all the movies now have to have like comedic relief to extent, and I think they overdo it.
That's the problem. They overdo it.
Yeah.
Like, in order for me to talk on this, I watched that Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas.
Oh, dude, I loved it.
It was fun. It was.
I
fun.
liked it.
See, this right, Marvel is beginning to make me feel like listening to some of these rappers. In particular, what's one from Canada that's so popular?
Drake.
Okay, Drake and Kanye West. There's a time when they could just hit something. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's a hit. It's fantastic because they did it. Now, Marvelous to me is making some of these stuff. And I'm like, first of all, it wasn't necessary. Two, I thought they made Batista. I know I can't think of Drax like a complete idiot.
Yeah, but he's been an idiot for a while now.
Did you see his Botox lips?
Oh my god! I mean,
no.
Yes, check his lips, man. He got some serious Botox. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with his mouth?
Oh my goodness. Kevin Bacon thing, the joke.
Yeah.
But see, you have to go into it knowing that's what you're gonna get.
I know, but
zero expectations.
The only reason why I watched it was because I wanted to be able to talk about it on the show. That
I enjoyed it. I knew what it was gonna be. I known from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the shift that they went with this, and I went in accepting it, and I thought it had a lot of heart. I thought it was charming, and it's kind of touching at the end.
I'll tell you what was really funny. I agree with you. When she found they were brothers and sisters, that was touching. That little song they sung at the front, at the first part, I thought that was funny. I laughed.
that song was hilarious.
Like, he said, Miss Claus gonna get on the pole. He's like, no.
I like my type of Christmas. Yes.
And then he's like, you guys just got these instruments and they're already knowing how to play and shit. That shit was hilarious.
The song was funny, but the other stuff to me was like, oh my goodness.
Now, if I would have paid to go into a theater and see this, I would be upset.
Okay. When I looked at it and saw how long it was, 35 minutes, I was like, yes. Whew.
Yeah.
If it had been like an hour and 35 minutes, I'd have been like,
I'll tell you what, it's better than fucking She-Hulk and
I agree.
Yes.
And Miss Marvel and half that Disney Plus shit.
Not by much, but it is. Because I only wasted 35 minutes. She-Hulk, I wasted like 2 hours and 35 minutes. I was like,
and how many roundtables?
Oh, I totally didn't bring this up, and I should have brought this up. I didn't realize this until earlier. So I guess nobody watched Andor. I turned on Hulu today, and they put it on Hulu. It's on Hulu just so they can try to get more people to watch it.
Yeah.
Should this on the commercials like the best Star Wars movie on Disney Plus?
I personally think it is the best Star Wars show we have gotten. I like The Mandalorian more because it goes into all the lore with Luke and Ahsoka. But in terms of quality, I think it's the best quality. And Red, thank you so much for becoming a member. Hopefully you are in the member stream after this stream. So thank you. But yeah, I just thought it was weird. I went on Hulu to go look for something, and it said now on Hulu. And I'm like, man, views are that bad. They're trying to get people to come in with it. Phil Collins doing a $10 super chat. What's up, buddy? Thank you for that yellow. I am not afraid to say this. I think Andor is much better show than Mandalorian. I agree with you in terms of quality. I still said I had
production.
More fun. Yeah, production. I still think that Mando season 2 is my favorite thing on Disney Plus when it comes to Star Wars. Just because it had like so much. It had Boba Fett, it had Ahsoka, it had Luke. Well, yeah, I think it had Luke at the end.
Bo-Katan, you had all those.
Yeah, Bo-Katan. Yeah. But in terms of production, because they filmed almost everything on location, like it wasn't on the green screen shit. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that part.
And I get why people didn't like it or had trouble getting into it, because it was
It's
slow.
slow.
It was a very slow burn. But the
Yeah.
story and the way they were going about to tell the story and developing his character, I liked it. I can say I really, I did enjoy it.
It's an adult version Star Wars show.
Yeah.
Just like that Resistance cartoon is for like 5-year-olds. This is for like 30 plus year olds who are into like they just want more complex Star Wars. So I enjoyed it.
Did you like the end credit scene?
What, for Andor?
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the last episode.
Oh, okay.
Because I kind of had that problem last week, and I was kind of out of commission for a week.
Boy, you better leave that alone. That's all I'm gonna say.
I went to the emergency room on Tuesday.
What?
Jesus, dude.
Oh, dude, I felt horrible, bro. Horrible, man. Like, oh, dude. Let's just say I lived in the multiverse. I'm just telling you that. I was there, people.
Was there something extra in there?
No, so I'll just say it, whatever. So I went to dispensary, right?
Okay.
It was my mom's birthday. I just kind of wanted to chill. My girl was going out to a concert that night. I just wanted to sit home and chill. So I went and got a couple rolls, and I made sure I got with the guy. I'm like, hey, you can't be too bad because I have anxiety. So he recommended these rolls. Smoked a roll, and I felt fine Saturday night. And before I left, he's like, well, here's a free edible. It was a nerd rope. So the next day, I took like a piece that was like a half an inch. It wasn't even that big. And I just popped it in. Next thing you know, I think I'm dying. I'm just like, my heart is racing. And I look at my girl. I'm like, I gotta go. I walk outside and it's raining. And I'm just walking around the parking lot for like an hour. Right. So then I come back in the house. I go lay in the bed. And I'm like, babe, come lay with me. Right. And at that point, my whole body just shifted. And my body just felt heavy and I couldn't move. And then I just felt like I was falling from one universe. It was weird. It was like I seen myself in a million different universes that happened at the same exact time.
So you feel like you were falling between floors and hitting one floor, then hitting the other floor and hitting the other floor?
You remember in Thor Ragnarok when Loki was falling through Doctor Strange's floors for like infinity? That's the way I felt. But I seen myself in like all these different versions, and they were all happening simultaneously. and then after that went away, I got into the laughing mode, and I kept calling my fiance dude and man. I said, "What's up, dude?" And I started laughing, and that went on for like an hour. Then around 12 o'clock, I was finally snapping out of it, and I went and got something to eat. Man. The next day, I woke up, and I felt awful. I had a headache. I was dizzy. My stomach hurt. I couldn't eat. So I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do? I can't do nothing. So I just slept all day. Didn't do nothing on YouTube. Tuesday, woke up, was worse. I'm like, babe, I'm going to the emergency room. I go to the emergency room, and I told the doctor what happened. The doctor's like, well, what do you want us to do? I'm like, I don't know, just check something, So they checked me, and they're like, look, over. They're like, look, bro, we checked your blood. You're good to go. Like bigger guys, he's like, stay away from the edibles, because for bigger guys, edibles feed onto your fat cells and it'll last in your system for a long time. So I'm like, all right. So it was a whole thing, bro. It was a whole thing.
So because of your fat cells, you got
yeah. See, he said the thinner you are, the faster it goes through your system. He's like, but that stuff like grabs onto your fat cells. But the rolls that I had didn't do shit to me. It just calmed me down.
You need to call them animals Quantumania there, buddy.
Bro, I told my girl, I'm like, I don't need to see Doctor Strange. I lived that shit.
Hey, did you see Kane?
Oh, bro, dude, I
got a favor to ask you.
I still remember a few different versions that I seen. Like one of them, I was like a caveman version of myself. The other one, I was like an Atari version of myself, and I was like doing stuff with like a stick. And then
Paleolithic, Rob.
dude, like Quantumania came early for me, bro. I was out, man.
Oh my god,
I was out.
Oh my
boy!
gosh.
You need to get some of that. Sell it, boy. You be. Whew. That's a ride. There,
I took
buddy.
that shit and threw it out, man.
Encino Rob.
Yeah, I was like, man, and dude,
Where's the juice?
I didn't start acting normal again until Friday. Friday is when I started like acting normal again, and I was like, man, I can't do this shit no more.
Yeah.
I need to
Valhalla
take that right there and make that like a public service announcement.
Seriously,
Kids,
this is drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
Do not fuck with drugs, and this is what will happen.
Oh man, dude,
Fat sucking out to my fat cells.
I was sitting there going like, Mom, I'm coming, Mom.
Oh my
Mom,
god, man.
Valhalla Erickson
that's
threw
fun.
$2 super chat, and thanks so much. The Batman is the only good DC film this year. Wasn't that the only? No,
No.
Black Adam. Black Adam was fun.
I like Black.
It was.
Yeah, I like Batman better than Black Adam.
Oh, so do I.
Same here. Same.
It's hands down a better film. I still think Black Adam was enjoyable.
Yeah, Black Adam was very fun. Batman wasn't fun. But Batman is not for kids. Don't take your kids to see it. You gotta be at least 17 and above, I think, to actually understand and appreciate Batman, because we don't see the normal action hero Batman in this one. He's more thinking, and I love it. I can't wait to see Batman 2. I hope they green light Batman 2.
Yeah, I think it will. They haven't officially announced anything, but I'm pretty sure they will.
I think they'll fuck it up.
I'd rather see the Batman 2 than that Joker 2. I don't know how they're gonna.
Well, I think they fucked up the bat. Well, they hurt the Batman by showing us the Joker at the end.
I agree with that 100%.
No, I think they're setting it up. We don't need to see the Joker in this next Batman, but let him be like the Thanos of that universe.
Okay,
yeah. This I do like maybe more of that Oswald, maybe another villain. I think they could do like a Killer Croc type villain. They could do maybe a Scarecrow type villain, something like that, but work their way up to the Joker.
I just don't understand why they felt like they had to put the Joker in it. I just don't
because he's their most iconic evil guy, and that's going to be people say, "Oh, Joker, another."
To me, I just rolled my eyes. I was like, "This movie, that was totally unnecessary for this movie."
One thing I think was it been bad taste. I don't think the Batman would ever go to the Joker for help.
Well, they were going for the Silence of the Lamb thing.
I was about to say that exactly. Hello, Clarice.
Yeah, that's what they were going for. I understood it. I still had that roll my eyes moment. I'm like, really, guys? We can't leave the Joker alone for one movie?
Yeah.
I'm looking at that new Gotham Knights. In that game, Batman's dead.
That game sucks donkey dicks, man. I bought that game on my fucking Steam Deck, and I played it for like an hour, and that game is some buggy ass shit. Yeah, Batman's dead in it. You know why? Because fucking Hollywood and shit don't like Batman. There was this whole thing on the internet the other day where IGN interviewed a girl and said, not a girl, Miss Click, interviewed Miss Click and said, why do you think Batman should be canceled? And she's like, why would we cancel Batman? Because he's rich and a white guy. And if it was a person of color doing it, they wouldn't get away.
That video you did.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. And so that's why the video game company didn't put out another Arkham game. They went with the Gotham Knights game, and they killed Batman in the opening credits. And I wouldn't care if the game was good. The game sucks. Like, the game sucks. Like, I played it for like 30 minutes, and I was like, man, I'm uninstalling this shit.
What is wrong with Chris talking about fuck Batman? Is he crazy?
I think he's tired of just all the Batman shit all the damn time.
Negative. Batman is.
I kind of agree to a certain extent. Whenever DC gets desperate, they're like, here's Batman. We know we're going to make money. It's like,
for not a hardcore DC fan myself, that's the most that you've gotten in the theaters, right? The last, 50 years?
To be honest, though, Batman is the best-selling DC comic book. Yeah. He is the best-selling DC movies, right? Like you look at the Dark Knight trilogy, you look at the Robert Pattinson's Batman. He's the one that brings in the most money. So
Right.
of course they're gonna. It's like me on YouTube. If I find a video that works, I'm gonna take that topic and do like 5 more topics on it because it's money. You're printing money. So I don't blame DC for doing it, but at the same time, it does kind of get a little much after a while.
But people saying he's overrated. That's crazy talk.
I think the Dark Knight is overrated. I don't think Batman in general is overrated. I just think he's overused.
Yeah. It's called dollar signs, man. That's what Batman is, and that's what they're gonna get pushing it because it's making money. And then when Ben Affleck's Batman comes out,
Batman has a still drawing power, kind of like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, I'm not saying everybody, think that Star Wars material is going down, but it's still going to draw the hardcore Star Wars fan because you got hope. Like, man, maybe this will be one that's da. Same thing with Batman.
Absolutely.
Even though when I saw Val Kilmer Batman, which I despise, and then George Clooney, I still went to other Batmans. I was like, maybe the next person is Batman. And I thought he was. I can't think what's the guy's name.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. To me, Christian Bale resurrected Batman because
he was a joke up until then.
Val Kilmer and doggone George Clooney was like, especially George Clooney. And Christian Bale made him more serious, and then I think Ben Affleck just like brought it home. So anything when Ben Affleck gonna be Batman, I'm going to see. I don't care what anybody says.
Niners threw in a $2 super chat. What up, Niners? Good win for your team today. Your guys' top 4 comic book DC movies of 2022. Wakanda Forever, Black Panther, Multiverse of Madness,
and Spider-Man.
Did Spider-Man come out this year?
No, last year.
I thought it came out first year.
Yeah, Spider-Man came out last year, didn't it?
I thought it came out in December.
Yeah. 21. Yeah.
Well, it definitely ain't Thor.
Definitely ain't Thor.
It definitely ain't Morbius. Can I put Wolf by
I think, on there? How about Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi came out like 2 years ago, man.
What?
Yeah.
21, man. 2021.
Damn. It was like the second movie in the Phase 4.
Yeah.
No, I would have to say that Wolf by Night. No.
So here's the list. Here's the list: Black Adam, Super Pets, Batman, Morbius, Thor, Multiverse of Madness, Wolf by Night, Black Panther. I mean, that's really it.
So I'm saying Black Panther, Black Adam, Doctor Strange 2. Jesus Christ.
That's not on the list.
them not 3. There ain't no 4.
Man, I would have to go with the Batman.
Yeah, that's it. That's the 4 right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. The Batman.
The Batman.
Black Adam.
Wakanda Forever. And Multiverse of Madness.
I have the same ones you guys have, just in different order. I got Black Panther, Batman, Wakanda, Black Adam.
I didn't think he didn't tell us put them in order. I'm just saying those are the 4.
General.
Top 4.
Yeah, then we all got the same 4.
Whatever,
I mean, there wasn't a lot of shit to pick from.
Yeah, whatever order you want to put them in, it don't matter.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of shit to pick from this year. No. Yeah. Next year should be a bigger selection.
Yeah. Quantumania.
Looking like it's gonna be okay.
I think so too, Danny.
Yeah, because King, man, I look at him and those lines and stuff on him, and the suit and the helmet stuff.
Looks good.
It looks pretty damn accurate. It looks pretty damn good.
Next year we got Guardians 3, Quantumania, Shazam 2, The Marvels, The Flash, maybe, Blue Beetle, Kraven the Friendly Hunter, Madam Web, and I thought there was another Marvel movie coming out. Maybe
Didn't
not.
the guy off of what's the movie you like so the show you like so much?
Which one?
No. Not Not House of Dragon, before the House of Dragon.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Isn't the guy from Game of Thrones gonna play Craven?
No. Kick-Ass is playing Craven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron Joe Johnson. I love the actor. I think he's a fantastic actor. He played Quicksilver in the
I heard
MCU.
John. Oh, I thought Jon Snow.
But I'm not. Regardless of how much I like the actor, I'm not gonna go pay my money to go see that.
The guy that played Quicksilver in X-Men is gonna be Craven?
Oh, the guy who played Quicksilver in Avengers Age of Ultron.
What?
Yeah. You should look at him. He looks good.
He looks like Craven. Like he looks good. But
he's
I'm
buffed
not
up.
paying my money to go.
The problem with all those movies is the fact that there's no Spider-Man.
Yes. But me and my buddy Chris have talked about this a million times. You literally have the rights to Miles Morales, Ben Reilly, Spider-Man 2099, 3 different Peter Parkers from 3 different universes. Why can't why couldn't Venom exist in Andrew Garfield's universe? Why? Like Andrew Garfield talks about how he was darker after Gwen died in No Way Home, right? Why couldn't they do like a quick scene where he had the black suit and then Venom get it? Boom, you can still have Spider-Man doesn't have to be in the movie, but he can be part of the origin. Why couldn't Ben Reilly be in the same universe as Craven or something like it? Doesn't make no sense. They have the rights to all the different Spider-Mans and they can't even come up with this crap. It drives me banana sandwiches.
And that's why these movies are gonna flop.
Yep.
They're gonna
sometimes
flop.
it can be a diamond in the rough.
Their track record so far hasn't been that great. The only one that people can point out to is Venom, and I think those movies are
the reason why they
awful.
They do it is because they make the money and stuff.
But Morbius didn't make no money.
Oh,
no. But I mean, I'm saying reason why they do some of these crazy movies because most of them make more movies than the ones that don't. Like Venom 1, well, Venom 2, when I saw like that scene we all talked about where he's making Eddie breakfast and stuff, I was like, what the fuck?
Tomato.
Yeah, that's gonna be dumb as hell. But then when you see it in the movie, it made sense why he was doing it. He was trying to help him. I mean, still not saying that is not the Venom we've seen. I know it is, but I'm going in the same way you see you went in with the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a different Venom from a different universe. He's not the one that we not. They try to use the word lethal protector, but he's not the lethal protector that we've seen in the 616 and what we see in the comic books.
I agree with you. It's a different Venom from a different universe. I agree with you, but at the same time, Venom is a more well-known character than the Guardians of the Galaxies were. No, like when people said Guardians of the Galaxy, people were like, "Who the fuck are the Guardians of the Galaxy?" When they said Venom, people knew, who Venom was, and I, regardless of what I thought about that first movie, I still went in the second movie giving it a shot. They lost me when they completely butchered the Carnage character.
Well, man, people give it a second chance because Woody Harrelson, right?
I mean, they took
he can play some shit, and he had Cletus Cassidy down, but then that love interest shit.
The love interest shit made no sense. And then the part at the end when he's fighting with the symbiote and Venom's like, they're not the perfect symbiote pair or whatever, which makes no sense because in the comic books, that's what made Carnage so deadly was because he was the only one to have a perfect bond with his symbiote. So much so that he called himself I and not we. It just, man, it lost me, bro. As much as I like Andy Serkis, he did the best he could with the script that he had, but just
But I will say now the special effects now moves on point. I didn't see nothing that made me like, that don't look right.
The special effects in the second one I thought was better because the first one at the end you couldn't see which one was Venom and which one was Riot. This one, the CGI did look better.
But one thing I didn't understand how he got like that Sandman growth. Like when the Sandman get in the sand, he can grow and I've never known Venom to be able to grow like that. Like, where they getting that from? So I was like, that's a little indulgence there. But it's okay. It was fun.
I went and saw it. It is what it is. I mean, but I'm not gonna support the other Sony movies coming out in the MCU.
Well, we'll see what's gonna happen, right? So
Yeah, I say that, but if the Craven trailer comes out
yeah.
and it looks good, then I'd be like, okay, but
yeah.
but
Sometimes they can fool you and stuff, man. You be like, damn, yeah, that's you get it, like, oh hell.
Mad
I really thought
1306.
Thor: Love and Thunder was gonna be all right.
I was kind of worried about that from a couple of the trailers. Well, Mad 1306, man, what's up, buddy? Long time no see. Hopefully the wife is doing well. Doing a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I think they can. Sorry. I think they can't have multiple ongoing Spider-Man when they have MCU Spider-Man is going on. Toby and Andrew is a one shot. It is not. It's in the MCU, not Sony. I don't think Sony has the official rights on everything. They can't just. Disney doesn't have the rights to any of that, you know. And from all the accounts that I have personally heard, Tom Holland was supposed to be in that first Venom movie, that he was on set and shot a scene for that movie, and then they just took it out. So and the whole because a lot of us were like, why was Venom even in, like, why did they do the end credit scene with Venom going into the other universe, and why was he there drunk
in the universe?
Yeah, why was that? Well, there's been some news that I've seen where he was actually supposed to be in that more in the movie. Like Andrew Garfield was supposed to get the symbiote suit from Eddie Brock in that universe.
Yeah.
So but they just ended up cutting it out. So it's a whole thing. But thank you so much, Matt, for that super chat. I appreciate it. Phil Collins doing $2 super chat. Your thoughts on the management switch on Disney?
Desperation.
Big Papa Iger bat, bro.
Bye, Chapek.
Yeah. The question is that I'm curious about is the whole Kathleen Kennedy thing going on.
Apparently she's gonna stay. Bob Iger likes her.
But apparently she's not gonna be. They're taking her out of Lucasfilm.
I hope so.
This would be very interesting to see if the quality and the MCU quality movie goes back to what it once were. If it does, then we know that Chapek was definitely the issue.
Yeah,
I think it will, but it's going to be over a year before we see it, though, because everything that comes out next year was already in production when Chapek was there. Yeah. But because I was talking to a buddy of mine at work, and Chapek made dumb decisions. Like in Thor: Love and Thunder, he made him cut out a 20-minute scene. They hired I forgot her name. She's from Game of Thrones. Something Heedy, whatever her name is. She was supposed to be in. They paid her $8 million to be in Thor: Love and Thunder, and they cut all of her parts out. She was supposed to play like the love interest to Gore the God Butcher. And it's supposed to show Gore do more things, and they cut all that out. Bob Chapek's like, no, this movie has to be shorter. You got to cut all that out. So they wasted $8 million on a big name actress and completely cut out her part.
What a dumbass!
And he did that for a lot of things, like breaking contract with Scarlett Johansson and putting Black Widow on Disney Plus right away. Just all kinds of stuff, you know.
But why do the movies got to be shorter? I don't understand that. I know business wise, you can get more screens and more viewers.
That's why. Because when Chapek came in, everybody who was in charge, he took the power away from everybody. Right? Like Kevin Feige was in charge of Marvel, Kathleen Kennedy was in charge of Lucasfilm. I forgot the name of the person in charge of Pixar. When he came in, he got rid of all those people's power, created a new division, right? And then took all of his friends who were like bankers because they understood numbers, put them in charge. So Kevin Feige had someone in charge who doesn't know shit about movies telling him what he needs to do. So that's why, like for the longest time, every MCU show was only 6 episodes, right? Like we're sitting there like, why is Miss Marvel only 6 episodes? Because money says you got to get it like here quick. Thor: Love and Thunder was butchered by like 30 minutes. They cut out of the movie. All the Pixar movies were going straight to Disney Plus, not even going on theaters, and then
Lena Headey, that's who you're talking about.
Lena Headey, yeah. She played in Dread, she played in Game of Thrones, she played in Terminator, 300. Sarah Connor Chronicles 300. Yep. But she had a big part, and she got paid $8 million to be in that movie, and she got her stuff all cut out because of Chapek. And when Chapek when Disney employees and associates and all that stuff found out that Chapek got fired, like everybody started cheering. Like they were like hashtagging Chapek gone and like all this because he brought the morale down so much, right? Like, dude, they already took his picture off the wall at the resorts. Like his pictures are they already took it off the wall.
Like Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah.
This dude was not loved. Like you ever worked for a place where you had like a new manager, or store manager, or a new head person, and then the morale of the place just goes in the toilet? That's what he did for Disney. And they're like, look, man, this dude's got to go. Like he's got to go.
Yeah.
Glad to do it if that's the actual problem.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
I think come 2024, we'll start to see something.
Yeah, we see phase 5. If it goes an upswing, and then phase 6 is even better.
I think we'll start to see it more in the Star Wars side first, only because Marvel phase 5 has already been scheduled, right? Only 4 movies in phase 6 has been scheduled, but all phase 5 is mapped out. There's no Star Wars movies.
No, Star Wars. They've just been getting together and
they gotta hit
ideas.
At least a triple. I'm using baseball terminology. At least a triple in Star Wars. If not, it's gonna be. I don't know what can do it. They got. I don't know. I don't even know if Old Republic can do it. I think they got to tap into the EU, or get someone that is really a student of Star Wars.
Old Republic can do it.
I follow, John Campia and Christian Harloff. Christian Harloff is a massive Star Wars fan, and he said something I really agree with. Marvel does a really good job taking the comic book storylines and adapting them to the screen, right? Like Age of Ultron, they took that storyline, they changed it, but it's still that storyline. Infinity War was still that storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they changed it. I think Star Wars needs to dump into some of the EU books that aren't canon no more. Say this is a really good EU story, but the legend stuff, but we can change it to fit our universe, right? Because I know there's some bad legend books, but there's some really good ones. Like the Jedi Academy trilogy was fantastic.
I read Darth Bane, The Ruler 2.
Yeah. That was great.
Right now I'm doing the Audible on doing Shatterpoint, which is Mace Windu.
Yeah.
They can.
And Timothy Zahn's trilogy, the one that he did, the first one, that's what shot the Star Wars
books in the popularity. Because there was nothing after Return of Jedi. There was nothing. There was only the Timothy Zahn books. Yeah. And I'm hoping that Ahsoka show is going to be a lot like that because Thrawn's going to be the main villain. I'm hoping that they're going to take a lot of liberties from the Thrawn novels,
Right. And not only that, it's a great point what you said about Thrawn because of Thrawn coming in and Rebels, Timothy Zahn came back and did more books on him.
Yes.
So,
I would ride Thrawn like a government mule, man, because a lot of people familiar with the character. He's we're not, and I know the Star Wars, the successful ones in my mind being epic lightsaber battles, strong music, star scene, a badass bad guy, a badass good guy, and that kind of conflict stuff. But Thrawn is kind of more cerebral than he is. I mean, he can do the physical stuff. I've read some of the books. And he's formidable for his fighting and stuff, but mainly he relies on his intellect. So I don't know how they can make that exciting.
And that's why the Empire took him in, because the Empire back in those days, they didn't take alien races into the Empire
because he was so smart.
Yeah,
like even when Timothy Zahn came back and rebooted Thrawn.
Yeah,
because he's like, well, this is Legends. I'm gonna reboot it, and he came out with a new trilogy, and in that trilogy, he was pretty much the same thing. Like Palpatine took him in because there was like it was like only white people for the most part in the Empire. And then, like the Emperor saw like this dude's fucking brilliant, we got to take him in, So we're going to see a massive shift on the Star Wars side now that Iger's back. I hope what you're saying about Kathleen Kennedy is true because I don't think she ever understood Star Wars.
He need to put Dave Filoni and Favreau exclusively on the Star Wars projects and let them do what they're doing.
Yeah.
What I heard is after the Indiana Jones, they're gonna keep her at arm's length from Lucasfilms. We'll see.
Yeah.
I
Niners doing. Oh, go ahead, Denny.
I don't think Indiana Jones is gonna be good. Nobody wants to see an 80-year-old action
Dude,
star.
I was telling a guy at work the same thing. I was like, dude, I have zero interest. I have no hype for that movie. I do not want to see some dude that's like 70, almost 80, going, all right, dun 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 dun. Like,
It was cool. Some people can pull it off. Like, and I give example when Sean Connery was in the one. I think in
it was Last Crusade.
3.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Their chemistry between the two of those, I thought was really cool. Liam Neeson, he's in his 70s, but he can pull off that badass.
Yeah.
But he's getting to the point now where I'm like,
what they should have done, and I know there's going to be backlash, they should have had Harrison Ford come in. He's sitting down, and he's like, let me tell you a story about when I was younger. And then it just kind of fades, and then they cast a younger Indiana Jones, and then have Harrison Ford bookmark the story.
Wasn't that the the Indiana Jones, young Indiana Jones?
That's how they did the young Indiana Jones, yeah.
Or they should have his son. Let him pass it on to his son.
Yeah, but there was big backlash about Shia LaBeouf unless they recast Shia LaBeouf.
I would recast Shia LaBeouf.
I have a feeling though, nothing in this movie is going to reference Crystal Skull. It's going to be like the Rocky movies. How Rocky Balboa in the Creed movies doesn't reference anything from Rocky 5. Like they're not even going to mention anything that happens in Crystal Skull. Niners doing a $2 super chat, and then we gotta kind of wrap it up here because it's almost 11. I haven't even checked the score of the game. Our Daredevils
23, Green Bay 34, Philadelphia.
That's what I like to hear, baby. Anytime Aaron Rodgers losing, I'm happy. Our Daredevil 2004 and Green Hornet movie good or good movies. Depends what your definition of good is.
No, Green Hornet sucks.
I like Daredevil. I will defend that movie to my dying breath.
The director's cut is better. I saw the director's cut.
That's the one I own.
I have to go back and watch it. I haven't seen it since it came out.
The Green Hornet, to me, he's just too goofy.
Yeah.
He's too goofy to be believable because Brett Reed, I think that's his name, the Green Hornet, his persona, kind of like how Batman was Bruce Wayne. I think his name was Brett Reed. And in the original Green Hornet, which I grew up on, he's very serious, very on point, not goofy. But the guy, I can't think the guy that played him in this. What's his name? Old goofy guy.
Seth Rogen.
You don't like him.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen. He's too goofy. It's just like that.
Zachary Levi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's not believable as a serious actor.
I do not like Green Hornet. I will defend Daredevil, though. I will defend that to my dying breath. I like Daredevil. That.
I think what hurt Daredevil is that if he could get that same thing and get better special effects.
I agree.
Because that fight scene in the bar, it looks badass, but it's kind of dark. You can't really see what he's doing. If you have more light, you can see what he was doing.
And the part where he's jumping up the church and stuff, the CGI just looks awful.
Yeah.
But the movie in general, I loved everything about the movie.
The only thing I didn't care for was that little fight scene between him and Jennifer in the playground.
Oh, that could be cut out too. That's cheese too.
Yeah.
I think that needed to be completely cut out. Yeah.
I agree. Everything else was on point.
All right, guys, let's close up the show. Danny, where can the people find you?
You can find me Monday nights, Monday through Wednesdays on the Chaos Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, you can find me on Guy Scar's channel to hang out. And usually sometime on Saturday, you may be able to find me on a little show called Square One where we talk sports. But, man, every Sunday night you catch me here with Rob and the rest of the crew doing what we do, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Songs Live.
Gascar, where can the people find you?
The Basco Scenario is my channel. You can find me every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the Hangout. And you can also find me here on Sundays and Danny's shows on Mondays on Chaos Central. So thank you for having me. Great show, guys.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
That's how it went fast, bro.
I know, right? I think it helped that we haven't seen each other in like 2 weeks.
Exactly. Absence make the heart go further.
But hopefully Adam and Anzo and maybe even Brittany come back next week. I still haven't heard from Anzo. I'll reach out to him, see what's going on. But thank you guys for watching. You can also check out my gaming channel. at RSG Plays. Went up 500 subscribers this month.
Nice.
Really blowing it up. It's amazing what happens when you don't use profanity in your videos. And I'm getting ready to do the member stream. So all members, feel free to stay in, and then mega members, I will send you the link on the community tab. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe. Later, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.